Hey everyone, Darcy here. So we're going to talk about how to change the cabin air filter of a right-hand drive Tesla Model 3. I'll run through some things where what the tools that you require, what are some of the best ways to remove the clips, and also the air filter that you can buy to do this cabin filter change. So to remove quite a few of the plastic covers, you will see quite a few bumper clips, and you will also require a bumper clip remover tool, right? This tool would come with your cabin air filter. So if you do buy a cabin air filter, just make sure that it comes with the tool to make your life easier. So to remove these clips, it's going to be can be a two-step process, right? The first one is to slightly pry out the initial fastening clip. Once you've got that out, you can slot your tool in between the clip and its fastener and give it a tug. And if the fastener is still stuck in the plastic dashboard, right, what you can do is to put the tool in between the main fastener and then pull it out. So that should help you remove the clip from the plastic covers in your car. The next thing you need is a Torx screwdriver, right? So Torx screwdrivers are mainly used in the automotive industry. The one that you need is a T20. So you will be using quite most of the T20s after you remove the plastic covers. Yeah, here I'm just showing you where the clip can slot in, and it slot in just fine. Yeah, so when you use the tool, right, just make sure you're using both hands. Like one of your hand should be holding on to the screw, and the other hand is screwdriver, just to make sure, right? Especially if your screwdriver doesn't have a magnetic tip. And one more thing, once you remove all your screws or your fastening clips, I do recommend putting them in one place where you will not lose them. So put them in like your cup holder, or yeah, putting it in a cup holder is the simplest place to do it. You don't want to lose these clips, because if you don't clip them back properly, then your plastic dashboards are going to start rattling around. So one thing to take note, right, is the air filter. So over here, one of the air filters that I purchased was actually, in both were HEPA air filters, but they were from different brands, right? So if you scroll back to the point, the cabin air filter, you realize that one of them did not have much of a pass through, right? So light really couldn't go through, and that affected the airflow of my air conditioning unit. And I did not realize it until actually I felt it immediately, but couldn't be sure. So I left it on for a few days, and then finally I realized that, hey, my airflow is really affected, and I decided to buy another HEPA filter. So after buying the other HEPA filter, I shine it upon the light just to be sure that the filtration is different. And yes, definitely. So if you just scroll back to the cabin air filter, you will see that the first image, right, there was way less light passing through the cabin air filter compared to the second image, and that definitely affected my airflow. I would put a link down in the description below on the air filter that I purchased, so that you could get the same filter that worked for me. So over here, it's just me removing the plastic clips from the car. I'm just going to place on the music. Just to take note, right? Like, so for me, I do have some additional things at the bottom of my steering wheel. I've got my subwoofer controls, and also have the ambient light controls. So you will see some additional wires on the top left hand corner, which made the removal of some of the items slightly harder for me. So I'm just going to leave you to watch me finish up the covers. So one more thing, right? When you remove the bottom cover, you actually will have like you will have a wire attached to one of the light bulbs that shines for your foot area, the pedal area, right? So one way to remove it is to use the plastic tool remover, the bumper clip tool, and just depress the wire a bit. So it's kind of like a clip, right? Which it's going to be a bit difficult to use your fingers, but if you use the bumper clip, it's going to be much easier to remove that. There you go. So it comes out quite easily once it's there. The panel that I'm currently removing is actually a optional panel. I realized on the second try, you don't have to remove this to access the cabin air filter, so just take note. So when it comes to the side panels, I try to remove them clip by clip, right? So the fasteners, they're all attached to the side profile of the vehicle, like the center console. Remove them one by one, right? Try not to tug, try not to pull all of it out at once. Try to do them like piece by piece, right? So if you see those plastic clips, the white color ones, try to just pull them out one by one instead of trying to do a full removal. And one more thing, right? So this is the first time I was removing the cabin air filter. So you will realize that I'm putting all these plastic covers on the floor of the driver's seat, right? I wouldn't recommend this, right? So because it's very hard to work in an area that's messy, right? So on the second try, you realize that the things were actually much cleaner. And try to put all these parts and components outside the vehicle or even on the seat. It makes your life much easier. So if you see here, right, this is the second time I'm actually working and removing the HEPA air filters. The whole workspace is clean, right? I've removed all the dashboard from the floor, and that will really help you work on it. So over here, I'm just going to show you the fasteners and where the side piece, the side panel attaches to the center console. So when you tug on it, right, you should tug on it clip by clip and don't pull it all out at once. Try not to pull it from both sides, just do it one by one. And just to add on, right, on the second try when I was doing the filter replacement, you realize that I did not remove the third panel. So the panel that I'm touching right now, right, you actually don't have to remove this panel. The first time around, I actually removed it. So just point it out, right, if you choose not to, you can decide not to remove it. So you can put, I'm going to show you where you can put some of the side panels, right? It's going to be a quick one. Yeah, so here, yeah, you can just leave it outside of the vehicle this way, like it wouldn't affect anything. So just leave the panels outside of the car. It's much easier to work with. So when you start to try to remove the cabin air filter, you will realize that the carpet is actually blocking some of the cover, right? It's a bit annoying. So one way you can do it is instead of pulling, you can either pull or press it inwards, right? So later when you see me remove the cabin filter, you can see how I struggled a bit because of the carpet. So I think I'm trying to show you how the cabin air filter cover looks like and where the Torx screw is. It's quite hard to work underneath the vehicle, not much space, but yeah, that's the Torx screw. That's the one that you have to work with, right? So use two hands, right? One, your left hand should be holding the holding the T20 screw, and your right hand is the screwdriver, so that you do not drop the nut or the screw into the center console, right? If you drop it into the center console, it's going to be a pain to find it after a while. So use both hands, right? Over here, I'm just having one hand hold the screw and the other hand holding the screwdriver, and just turn it out. It's quite, it's simple, yet you kind of need to twist and turn a bit. If it's your first time doing it, don't be too impatient. Just try and find the screw, right? And so don't unscrew it all the way. Just loosen it enough such that you can use your fingers to unscrew it and take it out. Yep, I've got it. There you go. Super nice. Alright, so with that done, you remove the plastic cover. This covers the cabin air filters. And then you remove the cabin filter that's inside your vehicle. So there's a pull tab. There you go. See, I'm pressing in the carpet, right, just to try and remove the thing. And it's not possible for me to hold the camera and at the same time. But yeah, just press it in and tug it. There's a pull tab right on top, so that's something that would help. Just pull on it. It's going to take a while, and once you get it right, it's going to come out. Take note that there's two areas where it can get stuck, right? One is on top and one is at the bottom. So the carpet and also the plastic cover that is just yeah, you will see the plastic cover with two holes, right? That's the blower for the if you want the air conditioning to blow towards your feet, then that's the blower. Yeah, so that's more or less it, right? Once you have both the cabin filter out, you just need to put in your new cabin air filter. Make sure that the tabs, the pull tabs, are always on the upper side of the air filter, and it's facing you, like you can see the pull tabs. I think I'll be showing you the pull tabs in a while. Some of the pull tabs are white, some of them are black. So yeah, make sure that you have the pull tabs facing you, right, and facing upwards. So and that would mean that it's the correct way to install the cabin air filter. We should be coming to it now. Yeah, here you go. Now make sure those pull tabs are facing you when you put the cabin air filter in. Yeah, with that, I hope you liked the video, and do subscribe and like. Cheers, guys.